Good afternoon, welcome into sunny Swangard Stadium in Burnaby, British Columbia. The site for today's matchup in MLS NEXT Pro action. It's Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 playing host to North Texas SC. Another picturesque day here in British Columbia, and tucked in the trees here in Swangard Stadium, where Vancouver will look to get back to winning ways, but a difficult test awaits them here this afternoon into the evening as the #1 seed, North Texas SC, come to town, having just clinched their playoff berth. Vancouver still holding on to their playoff position, but slipping over the last month or so. And let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. North Texas SC have slipped now to second due to the results over the past couple of days, but an opportunity to go back top of the table should they figure out a way to a point here this afternoon on the road. Meanwhile, Vancouver Whitecaps FC2, you see they're in 7th place, just about holding off the likes of Timbers 2, trying to chase them down. Let's take a gander at the lineups for today's encounter, and we'll begin with the home side. Ricardo Clark naming 5 changes to the team that was thrashed last time out 4-0 here at home against Sporting Kansas City 2 last Saturday. They did see an early red card in the 36th minute, and Dembo Saidikan is suspended from that red card here today. Into the lineup come Mackenzie, Coupland, Schubert, Mate, and Simmons. 3-5-2 for Vancouver. Meanwhile, for the visitors, North Texas SC, perhaps taking a cue from Sporting Kansas City's successful trip here last weekend, as they will switch to a back 3 and try to go toe-to-toe with their hosts here this afternoon. 6 changes from their last time out. A 2-2 thriller at home against Colorado Rapids 2 last Sunday. They did get the bonus point and kicks from the mark as well, as Collodi comes back into goal. Kortchap, Humphrey, Garcia, Ramirez, and Henry Scott among the 6 changes named by manager Michel Garbini here today. Always a wrinkle when the first teams match up the day before. That's what happened last night, a 0-0 draw between Vancouver and FC Dallas. You never know just what that might entail for the MLS Next Pro match to follow, as we have seen with the starting lineups here today. Plenty of changes for both teams from their last time out. Final huddle for each respective club before kickoff on this beautiful afternoon in Burnaby, BC. Check the watch from our referee, Nico Jakanski. Away we go from Swangard Stadium. It's a beautiful afternoon in British Columbia. Tucked into the trees here, Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 playing host to North Texas SC, the home side. And they're whites with a dark blue trim, starting in possession and going right to left here in front of their adoring home fans. The visitors, North Texas SC, fresh off securing a playoff berth last week. And the blue with the red trim, and trying to regain the top spot in the Western Conference. Nico Jakanski is the center official. It's Vancouver who are into the attack. And near the byline, the cross is dug out. Decent looking ball. Strong challenge though to take it away from Mikhail Gerasimenkov. Clipped in by Malcolm Simmons delicately towards the end line. Racing onto it, Antoine Coupland. He's found a wonderful ball in. Oh, what a save that is! The captain, Michael Collodi, keeping Vancouver out. He smothered the shot on the doorstep. Looked as though Liam McKenzie was sure to score, but it's still 0-0 inside 90 seconds thanks to this fantastic save. It's a brilliant ball in, isn't it, from Coupland? Faked the cross initially. It just gave him that extra yard or so. And he curled it in invitingly over the heads of several players on either team. And it was Liam McKenzie who was there. On the doorstep, he couldn't poke it home. Collodi made himself big. And that is a massive early intervention. Michael Collodi back in goal. It was Antonio Carrera who donned the gloves last time out for North Texas SC. Should be moved from Diego Garcia. He wants to return. He finds it. And his shot is scraped wide of the far post. Lovely build up down the left from the visitors as they make their first foray into the attack. It was Garcia. He combined well with Ines Sali, leading to the chance inside the area. Some strong play up top there from Malik Henry Scott as well. He shielded away the defender that was closest to that return pass. So an early opportunity, one for each side inside the opening 3 minutes. Perhaps that will portend attacking chances to come throughout the course of the match here today. As mentioned, it is a beautiful sunny afternoon. 4 o'clock local kick, 72 degrees. Perfect conditions for these two teams to pit wits once again. It was match day 1. These two teams opened the season against one another at Choctaw Stadium on Friday, March the 15th. 0-0 draw with Vancouver winning 4-2. Kicks from the mark. They're applying the pressure here, Whitecaps too. Hand on the head from Malik Mehri as he thought he just might be able to pinch that inside the North Texas penalty area. They'll try and play out of the pressure here, the visitors. Anthony Ramirez. Strong in possession to hold things for North Texas SC. As you see, Herbert Endelit on the right-hand side, involved in the move. Different role for him here this afternoon as it's a different setup for North Texas SC. Solly kept that in play. Watched carefully there by Emmanuel Mate. Did well though, Solly. Whole ball and go over the line. He ensured it didn't. Just as I was singing his praises, uncharacteristically, careens off Solly and out for a Vancouver throw. Slipped to 7th. Have Whitecaps too. A difficult month or so for Vancouver. Winless in their last 7 matches. 4 losses to go along with 3 draws. They picked up the bonus point in 2 of those. And that of course means just 5 points accumulated out of the last 21 possible. And thus they have slipped down to 7th place, just 4 points above Portland's team in 9th and on the wrong side of that playoff dividing line in the standings. Desperate to find a way to a win here this afternoon. Jay Herdman was too quick, both of thought and a foot. It's brought down by Nolan Norris. Appears it'll be just the free kick given by the referee. Herdman standing down. Into the legs. Beautiful nutmeg. Perhaps the worse for wear because of it. Took him some time to pop to his feet, the Vancouver captain. Indeed, no further punishment for Norris. Back in play. Mr. Schuberg back into the lineup, back into the action for Vancouver here this afternoon. He's part of those 5 changes to the starting 11 made by manager Ricardo Clark. It was a 4-0 home defeat last time out against Sporting Kansas City 2 a week ago yesterday. It was tight in the early goings. First half red card doing the damage in the end for Vancouver. Strong tackle from Simmons. As North Texas were looking to break, and there's Mehri cleaning it up just outside the center circle. Back again with Vancouver. Finn Linder. Near side, Gary Semenkov. Oh, a beautiful flick from McKenzie. Return from Gary Semenkov. Just a touch heavy. Promising looking attack developing for Vancouver down the left. McKenzie also amongst the changes. His early chance denied by this man, Michael Colodi. Texas once again play amongst and through the pressure. Norris offering his services. Ramirez can turn. Vancouver applied the pressure initially, just drop back inside their own half. And delete. Heavy touch, Garcia. And now Mehri. Space on the far side for Coupland. That left once again, and he slots it through to Gary Semenkov. Gary Semenkov, low ball in. Repelled by Amit Korcha. Throw in for Vancouver on the near side. It's a 36-minute red card to Dembo Saidikan. That really helped Sporting Kansas City, who were leading 1-0 at that point. Scored in the 4th minute. It was an uphill battle after halftime for Vancouver, and conceded 3 in the second half, down a man. A little bit of a stutter step from Miles Morgan as he got the throw in. He'll now head it back across the edge of the 18. Deft control from Henry Scott. And in traffic, he does well to maintain control of the ball. And it's North Texas into the attack. Tyreek Scott had some wind in his sails there for a moment. Good work from Malcolm Simmons to get across and draw the foul. Good burst around the initial tackle from Herdman, and he looked as though he had the run. Look at the recovery there from Simmons. Brilliantly done. Mistake from the goalkeeper, Alexander Milosevic. Chance for North Texas, and it's buried! That's a laser into the bottom corner from Tyreek Scott. His 9th goal of the season. That breaks the tie atop the club leading charts, and it gives North Texas the lead. Vancouver 0, North Texas 1, as the pressure pays off for the visitors. A mistake from the goalkeeper, Milosevic. Simple layoff from Sali. He'll get an assist. Nothing simple about the finish. Thumped by Tyreek Scott. Milosevic down to his right, but couldn't claw it away. I was just mentioning they slipped down the standings as of late for Vancouver. In large part due to some slow starts. They have now conceded first for the 5th time in their last 6 matches. 7 without a win. And once again, they'll need to come from behind. Simmons. And now it's Herdman. Another massive save from Colodi. There were similarities to the opener for North Texas and that recent chance for the home side. It was Simmons who pounced on an error at the back, picking up the loose ball immediately into the attack. The layoff for Herdman was a good one, and he had time and room inside the area. Could only fire his shot straight at Michael Colodi. Two point-blank saves from the North Texas goalkeeper. What a huge difference that could make when the dust settles at the end of this evening's match. I mentioned the changes for Vancouver. Saidikan out suspended after the red card. The other 4 dropped to the bench. Josue Lakala, Darko Ilic, joined on the bench by 2 players who were on the substitute bench for the first team in MLS last night. Yvan Badwalt, Nicolas Florio-Chateau. There's 5 changes in the starting 11 for Vancouver. In came Mackenzie Coupland, Schuberg, Mate, and Simmons. Garcia. Korcha looking for the switch. Sali dropping in. Overcooked his attempt to thread that through into the path of Abdul Zane. Seen a lot of the ball in the 99 in this opening quarter of an hour. He's got an assist. Texas to the lead through Tyreek Scott. Two-2 thriller last time out for North Texas at home against Colorado Rapids 2 last Sunday. Down 2-0, just past the hour mark. 83rd minute and 90th minute goals, and they had a chance late on to completely overturn that 2-goal deficit. Six-minute penalty that they missed with an opportunity to take all 3 points. Anthony Ramirez. Oh, that's a lovely cutback, and the shot is inches wide. Garcia running onto it, and he swept it towards the far post on the first time. It's such a clever cutback from Anthony Ramirez. Left side for North Texas has been causing damage, and that is ever so close. Milosevic down to his left, but he looked a little late in doing so. If that was on target, I'm not sure the Vancouver goalkeeper gets there. Ramirez, that fantastic cutback. He's part of the 6 changes in the starting 11. He came off the bench and scored the 90th minute equalizer in that 2-2 tie. Did go on, despite missing the late penalty, to get the bonus point, 5-4. They were victorious in kicks from the mark. Had a chance to chat with Michel Garbini, the North Texas manager, this week. And he certainly was proud of the way his team fought back. Said it's always a good sign when your team fights until the very last minute. And he felt that the way in which they qualified for the playoffs, that fight-back performance should offer them a boost over these final few matches. Five games to go, including today. And of course, North Texas already securing a spot in the playoffs. They were the first team to do so with that bonus point. Kicks from the mark against Colorado last weekend. Their targets locked firmly on the #1 seed. They'll have a free kick right around the halfway line. A yellow card shown to Malcolm Simmons. He's the first player booked this afternoon. Beaten in the initial 50-50. It's Malik Henry Scott who got there first, and then as Henry Scott handed off to Endeli, well, late was Simmons. Norris.
Yellow card
to the corner for Sali. For the Fancy flick trick. Couldn't get it around the watchful eye of Emmanuel Mate. Semenkov. Norris was there as McKenzie tried to let it run down the line. Another throw in for Vancouver. Touch passing looking again towards Sali. It's been a focal point for the visitors in this first half. That was well defended by Buster Schuberg. After that 2-2 tie, 6 changes named by Michel. It's the moniker that the FC Dallas fans, of course, remember the combative midfielder by, Michel Garbini, I should say. Inside into the attack with Endeli. Goal scorer Scott. Back to Garcia. Spotting the space on the far side. It's Sali who's there. Sali to the byline. Cross deflected. Corner kick to the visitors. Work to do now for Vancouver. Sali to the far side to deliver this corner kick. Floated towards the edge of the 6, and it's a floating header from Turner Humphrey. Easily caught by Milosevic. First corner of the match. Does result in a shot. Simple enough save for the Vancouver goalkeeper. Handball spotted against Miles Morgan. No Carlos Sainty, no Tomas Hondeca. Antonio Carrera or Nico Gordon. Those 4 available in the squad for North Texas. Reno and Mads Westergren dropped to the bench as that wholesale change in the lineup came through this afternoon. And I do wonder if Michel took some cues from Sporting's visit a week ago. A bit unexpectedly, Sporting KC2 decided to match up with Vancouver. Man-to-man, 3 at the back. Certainly worked well for SKC2. We've seen that so far this afternoon from the visitors as well, trying to go toe-to-toe with a similar formation. They've got to defend from a long throw now. Morgan. It's a tame header from Linder. Didn't quite see where that would wind up as he was backpedaling to try and get a touch. Talked about the players featuring on the bench for MLS action with Vancouver last night. So too did Nolan Norris. Unused substitutes for FC Dallas. 0-0 draw at BC Place last night. Badwall went unused for Vancouver, but Nicolas Fourier-Chateau did see some time off the bench. And we see Vancouver's leading goal scorer off the bench in MLS Next Pro action here this afternoon into the evening. Simmons, good fight there with Endeli. Gary Semenkov, ball in hands. We're halfway through the first half. It's 1-0. The visitors lead through Tyreek Scott's 9th goal. Gary Semenkov looking to change that outside of the boot. He prods it into the path for Herdman. Flag is up. Offside. There's the Vancouver captain. Zane. Couldn't get it past the lanky legs of Emmanuel Mate. Humphrey. Back again with Nolan Norris. 9th start of the campaign for Norris. Operating in between Ahmet Korchak and Turner Humphrey. And using that shape rather well. Playing it through Vancouver's press. And delete. It's beyond McKenzie. Was that a double touch? It was. Fantastic defending from Gary Semenkov. Simmons. By Malik Henry Scott. It's over to the Canadian Youth International, Mate. Drew pass into Mehri. Spotted the run of Herdman. Tried to play it in behind. Now it's picked up. Oh, and it clips the bar! Miles Morgan, an inch or two away from a stunning equalizer. We saw the attempt from Mehri to feed Herdman in behind. And as the ball was bouncing, what a astute first touch that was from Morgan. Just to clip it through a couple defenders. And on the half volley, he's absolutely hammered that. So unfortunate to see it graze the bar on its way through. Vancouver trail a goal to nil. 2 golden chances denied by Michael Colodi. Now the frame of goal found. A sizzling Miles Morgan effort. Scott can get beyond Gary Semenkov. He's looking over his shoulder for a foul. It's not going to come. Instead, it's a corner kick. Second of the match, both are the way of the visitors. This time it's taken short. Garcia quickly to Endley. We're trying to work this 3-on-2. Herdman having none of it. And that looks like a wrestling move. Ramirez arguing that he was being taken down, but there was a clear hand on the shoulder of Herdman. And that corner was well defended by Vancouver. Service into the area from the short corner. Ripped along on the restart. Morgan was up to challenge Herdman through the tackle of Ramirez. But he left it short there. Herdman, an easy intercept for Zane. He fakes outside Sane instead. Darting through the center. Sali back to Sane. In towards Henry Scott. And he's frustrated with himself. Second touch of tackle after the first was loose from Malik Henry Scott. Simmons is frustrated because he was booked and he felt that perhaps Henry Scott would go into the book for this challenge. Of course, the only player booked will have to be careful. Never know to what a referee will take exception to. Schuberg. First game since August the 7th for Schuberg. Herdman sandwiched between two defenders. 2-on-1 does the job defensively for North Texas. Handley. Humphrey. Norris calm on the ball inside his own third. And the switch was on for North Texas. They've got numbers in the attack. Sali for Henry Scott. Henry Scott through a defender. Henry Scott! Denied by Finn Linder. Perfectly timed. The slide tackle from the Vancouver defender. Just when it looked like Malik Henry Scott was going to get his shot off. Half an hour gone here in Burnaby. North Texas SC lead as they have done since the 11th minute. Tyreek Scott able to fire home from an Inasali pass after some North Texas pressure caused a turnover from the 18-year-old Alexander Milosevic. Just the third career starts for the Vancouver Academy product and goal. Third on the trot as well. Max Anchor still out as he had surgery on his broken finger on August the 28th. Hoping for a quick recovery. Semenkov kept it on the line according to the near side assistant. Pinched off his toes by Norris, but he continues forward. Garrison Semenkov, he robs Humphrey. Chance now for Vancouver. Took a deflection off the long-range effort, and that took all the steam out of the shot. An easy gather for below deep in the end. Time before the throw is back in with Ahmet Korcha. Back again with Kolodi. Garcia. Sali will calm things down. North Texas in the lead, happy to be on the ball. Just as I say that, it's Humphrey with an ambitious pass down the center. It'll be on the reach of Henry Scott. Morgan taking over. He finds Mehri, who continues it down the right. Copeland. Around one, around a second. Copeland for goal. It's blocked right back to him. Antoine Copeland. With Gary Semenkov. Usually when the boot comes off, that's a good indication to the referee that it should be a foul. Free kick for Vancouver in a tantalizing position. Copeland cutting in from right to left. Gary Semenkov. Caught. He's trying to get around the challenge. The options of Herdman and Gary Semenkov on the dead ball. It will be Gary Semenkov who drew the free kick. He curls it with his left towards the back stick. The keeper a long way off his line to get a touch. Lovely little step over. And the cross floated in by Mate. McKenzie. That full stretch, unable to get a telling touch. Intelligent step over that from Emmanuel Mate. Give himself room for the cross. Copeland blocked off his toe by Andeli. McKenzie into Mehri. Mehri's cross. Met by the forehead of Nolan Norris. Gary Semenkov into the final 10 minutes of normal time at the end of the first half. Michel urging his team to push out as it's a good spell of pressure now from the hosts. Kenzie. Back with Schubert. Overhit by Buster Schuberg as Herdman just trying to explain what he meant when he made the run. Look at the reshuffle here from North Texas. Herbert Endely had been over on the left side after that defensive set piece a minute or two ago. They never did quite reset. Use that throw-in as an opportunity to do so. North Texas give possession right back from the throw. Can Vancouver use this little spell? Simmons beautifully to the near side. Gary Semenkov first time. McKenzie, and the backtracking was necessary from Tyrek Scott. It'll be Vancouver's first corner. He spotted the danger well because that was a cute little first time in-step volley from Gary Semenkov. Made it look easy. It was anything but. A long ball over the top from Simmons. Take the corner short, Vancouver. Gary Semenkov working it into Herdman. Cross in from Herdman! It's off Mate and straight into the arms of Michael Collodi. They've been so close in this first half, Vancouver. To mark that down as 4 glorious chances for Whitecaps too. Instinctual, that cross from Herdman as he, in one fluid motion, turned from facing the sideline to deliver that first-time cross. And it was a stellar ball in as well from the Vancouver captain. Not sure if the crowd of bodies just was enough to off-put Emmanuel Mate. Started to bounce up off his thigh. Humphrey up above the North Texas man, but it's back with Vancouver. Simmons been pulling the strings in this first half. Into the corner. It's Kuplin who picks up. Gerasimenkov. And Herdman's header held by Kolodi. The wingbacks combining as Kuplin found himself all the way on the near side. He did well to find the run of Gerasimenkov. From there, need something special off the head to beat Michael Kolodi. Mehri triggering the pressure. He's down, so too is Norris. The referee's gonna stop the match to have a look. Well, it was through one of these types of moments that North Texas found the game's only goal. And we've seen a couple where Vancouver have really triggered their press well at the right moment. It's Mehri who won it back high up the pitch for Vancouver. Norris peering towards the touchline, getting some instructions from the North Texas technical staff. Into the final 5 minutes of normal time before the break. We're still hanging on to that slender goal advantage. Lily up to Scott. Gerasimenkov wrestled it away, but only for a moment. Back again in North Texas SC. They've been pretty good on the road so far this year. 5 wins, 4 losses, and 2 ties in their road trips. They've got a positive goal difference away from home as well, now with their 16th goal scored. 14 allowed. Scott back from Ramirez. So much time to survey. It takes a wicked deflection on its way. Who did it come off last? That's the question for the refereeing crew. They're saying it came off a North Texas player. Combination between Ramirez and Scott. Give him all sorts of time and space. Referees saying that it came off Herbert Endely. Difficult to tell. I mentioned the road performances so far this year for North Texas as Norris called for the foul. It hasn't been so good away from home as of late. After a 3-game road win streak in June. 4 without a road victory. Norris heading away inside his area. Loose ball picked up by Gerasimenkov. Linder chased by Scott. Schuberg. Mate fouled. Schubert. Linder. First touch puts him exactly where he wanted. Linder carrying it. Nobody denying Linder as he brings it into the attack. Kuplin's cross! Touched onto the woodwork. Well, an enterprising, marauding run from the back by one of the center backs, Finn Linder. And Kuplin saw it go through the goalkeeper's glove, off the toe of Humphrey, and off the woodwork Second time in this first half that Vancouver have been denied by the frame of goal. Morgan, another long throw. Linder there challenging. McKenzie able to scoop up the scraps. He's watched by Zane. McKenzie does well. Mehri dipping around the challenge. Mehri's cross. Importance. Header from Endeli. Herdman to Linder as we edge into the final minutes of normal time before the break here at Swangard Stadium. Linder. Way back to Milosevic. Back from whence it came. Simmons is there. Simmons robbed the possession by Ramirez. Sali. Flick. Back to Sali. It's beautiful! But the offside flag is up. Looked a stunning second just before halftime for North Texas.
The fourth official on this sideline is
denied
that there will be a minimum
by the offside flag as we move into a minimum of 1 additional minute. The stoppage time at the end of the first half. Mehri not waiting around. He carries it forward. Herdman tipped over the bar. Michael Colodi with the fantastic first half performance for North Texas. Mehri carrying it into the attack, and it's a venomous hit from Herdman. Required the save. Colodi was there to apply that important touch over the crossbar. Just as we saw North Texas with a free-flowing move into what looked as though their second goal. Now, final act of the first half will be a corner kick for the home side, looking to level the score. Gerasimenkov delivers towards the back post. And there will be no time for any further action here as the referee puts whistle to lips, and it's halftime at Swangard Stadium. North Texas lead as they have done since the 11th minute through Tyreek Scott, his 9th goal of the season, which gives him the sole team lead. Our score at the half: Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2-0, North Texas SC 1. We will have highlights and first half stats coming up, and after the break, Michelle Montaigne sits down to chat with Chattanooga FC head coach Rod Underwood.
Dale pues, vamos allá, muévete más loco, como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, con las manos en la cabeza, sacúdete, 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 mira, sacúdete. Listen up, all eyes on me, I'll show you who you wanna be. Toda mi gente lo siente, 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 toda mi gente caliente, toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena.
Halftime here at Swangard Stadium. North Texas SC lead a 0-0 over Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2. Let's take a look and a listen as Michelle Montaigne sat down with Chattanooga FC head coach Rod Underwood.
Action.
Welcome into another edition of Coach's Corner. Today we are sitting down with Rod Underwood, the head coach of Chattanooga FC. Coach, thanks for making the time for us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
With this being your first year in MLS NEXT Pro, over halfway through the season, what has just been your overall impression of the league so far?
I think there's been a lot of impressions. So if we break it down in multiple facets, off the field, I think facilities for the most part have been really very good. You know, how we're treated in the away games are really very good. At home, off the field is obviously fantastic for us. The crowd is unbelievable at home. The traveling crowd for us is fantastic. And then on the field, right, the competition's been really high. And we continue to get better and grow and learn and make sure we give ourselves the best chance to be competitive in every game.
You just touched on it, but being one of just two independent clubs, what has this supporters club meant to you guys your first year in MLS NEXT Pro?
Well, it means so much. Without them, it's very difficult for us, for our club to even exist. So the supporters are fantastic. On the road, they give us great energy. At home, they give us great energy. And we just really feed off of it, and we really want to make sure that we repay them for all the support they've had beyond the years that I've even been here.
You've gone off to a pretty good start with that this season. What has allowed you guys to come in and find success early?
Yeah, I think it's just, you know, a focus and a desire really to perform at the highest level that we can. You know, one of the things that we talk about all the time is just being a little bit better, being 1% better every day, and really working hard and really just focusing on us and trying to make sure that we do a really good job of accentuating each individual player's talents within the structure that we want to be successful in.
Now that we are getting into the latter stages of the regular season, knowing that the table is kind of making its way, what would you describe the mood and the day-to-day like between the players in the locker room?
Yeah, for us, it's two things, right? It's excitement, the opportunity to be playing, right? At the end of the day, a lot of us get to do a lot of different things than showing up every day to train and coach and enjoy the city and enjoy the fans. That's a great honor to even be able to do that. So there's joy, there's excitement, but there's also business like that. Hey, you know, the table's tight. We know that every game matters. We know that every point matters. So we are, you know, keeping that joy and excitement and focus and workman's-like mentality.
So with all that in mind, what does success look like for you this season?
Success is many things, right? Success is how do we do on the field? How do we do off the field? How do we do with our players coming in and being successful? And how do we do with the support of the fans and making the city grow and really just bringing new fans, bringing new supporters, and really going as far as we can in the league.
All right, last one for you. Coach, what has made you the most proud of this team so far this year?
I think there's two things. I think number one, the fans, the support, the city, the ability that we can come out every day, express ourselves, and express the way that we want to play football. But also, I would say, just the relentlessness of the individual players to come out and really perform every day in training and really look to be better in every game.
Awesome. Well, I can say from that very first game in Chattanooga to now, you guys have been so much fun to watch. Your supporters have meant so much to the league. Thank you so much for your time, and hopefully we'll be seeing you soon again in person.
All right, thank you for having me.
Toda mi gente lo siente, toda mi gente lo siente, toda mi gente lo siente, y toda mi gente sacúdete. Vamos, dale pues, mamá ya, muévete. Más loco, mozo, lo tú lo sabes. Así es, pon la mano en la cabeza y sacúdete. Sacúdete, 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 mira, sacúdete.
Action.
Welcome back into sunny Swangard Stadium. It's halftime between Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 and North Texas SC. The visitors lead a 0-0 thanks to Tyrick Scott in the 11th minute. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule across MLS NEXT Pro. Getting down to the home stretch here in September. Final few match weeks before the playoffs. Some good ones on offer for us throughout the course of this week. Love to look at Carolina Core against Crown Legacy, perhaps a headline for next weekend. But a full slate of action in MLS NEXT Pro coming up on match week 27. Here in match week 26, it's North Texas with the lead at halftime, 1-0. Stick with us as we'll be back with highlights, stats, and kick.
Vamos, dale pues, mamá ya, muévete. Más loco, mozo, lo tú lo sabes. Así es, pon la mano en la cabeza y sacúdete. Sacúdete, sacúdete, mira, sacúdete.
Listen up, all eyes on me. I'll show you who you wanna be. Hey. Yeah, yeah, hey. Oh, wow, wow, wow. It's going down, down. You don't want to miss that. It's the new sound. It's the new sound. It's the new sound.
Toda mi gente lo siente, toda mi gente lo siente, toda mi gente lo siente, y toda mi gente lo siente, toda mi gente caliente, toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena, en la favela suena, el techo se me llena, toda mi gente lo siente.
Action.
Welcome back in, just about set for second half kick here at Swangard Stadium in Burnaby, British Columbia. It's North Texas SC, the visitors, on top by a 0-0 over Vancouver Whitecaps FC2. Let's take a look at what got us to this scoreline, the halftime highlights from Swangard Stadium. First chance came inside the opening minute for the hosts, Vancouver. Antoine Coupland's whipping in a fantastic cross, and it's a point-blank save from Michael Kaloli that kept the clean sheet in the early stages. Then, in the 11th minute, we had the game's first goal. Pressure from North Texas, forcing the errant kick from the back. The goalkeeper, Milosevic, giving it away. And Tyrick Scott fired home a laser after the layoff from Enes Sali. His 9th goal of the season. They nearly had a second. Again down the left where Diego Garcia, first time, sent his shot just an inch wide. And, well, Vancouver were close to an equalizer on a few occasions. Miles Morgan found the crossbar with that half volley. Been a busy first half thus far for Michael Kaloli. That was an easy save. He got a fingertip to this low cross that careened off his teammate Humphrey, and again off the woodwork. Then just before halftime, tipped the effort from Herdman over the bar. So take a look at the statistics from the first half. 8 shots to 4 in favor of the host. 5 shots on target for Vancouver. Those 5 saves from Michael Kalodi. A couple of really impressive ones throughout that first 45 minutes plus. 2 corners apiece, 1 offside apiece. Texas getting a little more stuck in at the moment, but the 1 yellow card has been shown to a player for the home side. That is Malcolm Simmons, the only player booked thus far in the match. Teams back out on the pitch. Sun beginning to descend on the Pacific coast. Shadow beginning to emerge on the pitch here at Swangard Stadium. What can Vancouver come up with in this second half? The team's chasing them down for those playoff positions. Vancouver in the midst of a bit of a slump. It will be a furious second half fight back for Whitecaps FC 2. North Texas hoping to leap back into the top spot in the West, and they have the lead as we kick off the second half here at Swangard Stadium. Of course, they've switched ends. North Texas SC leading through Tyreek Scott's 9th goal of the season. Right to left here as afternoon turns to evening in British Columbia. And the questions. Vancouver mounts a fight back. Well, home side going to the bench. First substitution of the match made at halftime. More on that in a moment. North Texas looking for a second. Well held. Milosevic not allowing a rebound. Wasn't the most powerful hit from Diego Garcia as Enes Sali picking up right where he left off from the first half. The main man in terms of getting on the ball, creating opportunities for the visitors, and nearly set up a second. Just ahead of that chance, mentioned the substitution. It's Elliot Goldthorpe back into action. Shoulder injury he sustained. Same game that Buster Schuberg was hurt, August the 7th against Colorado. That is a key piece to welcome back into the fold in this home stretch for Vancouver. Here's the other, Schuberg over on the cover, able to wrestle back possession, but only for a moment. Goldthorpe, main set piece taker this year for Vancouver. Top 5 in successful crosses in the league. 6 goals, 5 assists, a key contributor. Leads the team in key passes as well. They'll be delighted that he has recovered and can return to action here this afternoon. Here he is, the number 41. As he came in to replace Antoine Coupland. That one maybe a little bit surprising. Coupland was lively in the first half. A couple of crosses that were amongst the best chances for Vancouver. Now then they win it high. McKenzie looking for Goldthorpe. Goldthorpe cutting it into the area on his left. It just took too long to make up his mind. First chance for Elliot Goldthorpe back from injury. Now it's North Texas up the other end with Herbert Endely. Stopped in his tracks. Malcolm Simmons. Love to see his heat map after today's encounter. It's been all over the park. Now it's Herdman. Did well to bring it under his control. Dipping effort from Herdman. Knocked down by Collodi. Never know when it dips right in front of a goalkeeper. A little loose for Garcia. He escaped one defender, but bit off more than he could chew. Now it's Goldthorpe. Blocked by Norris. Wonder, perhaps it's the lack of game time for Antoine Coupland. He's had 2 major injuries this year. His first start of the season, ending at halftime. I've been offering that inverted wing-back look from the right, cutting in on his left. What will Goldthorpe bring to the Vancouver setup here in this second half? Now then a slip. Herdman onto it. Can't get his cross beyond Norris. First to the loose ball is Ramirez. And he spins around Simmons. Wonderful play from the teenager, Anthony Ramirez. Mentioned that North Texas have been struggling away from home as of late. Ball from Norris had just enough juice to squeeze past Gerasimenkov. Then a misconnection between Henry Scott and Scott. It's back again with Whitecaps FC2. Scored coming into today. They had scored just 1 goal in their last 4, 3 shutout defeats away from home. Fantastic recovery there from Korcha. Looked like it came off the hands of Morgan. That's what North Texas are arguing with the assistant referee. It's been given as a corner. Bit of a break here for the home side. Well, it had been given as a corner by the assistant. I believe the center official. Well, I thought the center official had given a foul. Instead, it's a goal kick. Appeared as though the near side assistant was pointing to the corner flag. In the end, that clearance attempt looked as though it was blocked by the hand, so perhaps it's all's well that ends well for the refereeing crew. Goldthorpe. Dangerous back pass. Schubert on the slide. Able to get it away from the lurking Tyreek Scott. Gerasimenkov cautiously into the attack for Vancouver. He's clipped after he let the pass away. It's a foul committed by Ramirez. Free kick for the home side. At the foul. Semenkov again losing a shoe. Just need to tie those a little tighter, my friend. Although it has worked well for him. Each time he's been clipped and lost the boot, he's picked up a foul. There was a yellow card given to Anthony Ramirez for that latest foul. He's the first player booked for the visitors. Mehri. Scott Zane trying to deny Mehri. He's smuggled it through for Herdman. Tussle near the corner flag.
Yellow card caution is set
It came off Herdman last.
Number 51, Anthony
Vancouver players warming up disagree, although they might have a bit of a white and blue tinted view. Well, we see Nicolas Florio-Chateau off the bench, the leading scorer for Vancouver in the second half. Got some options. Van Badwal, Marko Ilic. 4 academy youngsters on the bench. And a reach to the pocket for a yellow card from the referee. And it's shown to the goal scorer, Tyreek Scott. Second yellow card in quick succession for the visitors. Simmons just snuck in there. He's been involved heavily throughout the course of the match. Malcolm Simmons, that little touch, taking it away off the chest control from Scott. And then on the follow, Scott into the foul and into the referee's pocketbook. Yellow card go along with his goal. Texas do well to avoid any danger from the free kick. Tay did really well tracking back and not allowing for a counter. Goldthorpe looking to clip it over the top, but backtracking, Corcha saw it well. Lovely deft header from Zane to control for Sali. Nobody forward though, and it's Linder there easily to intercept. Gerasimenkov played beautifully down the line by Linder. Such an impressive passer. Finn Linder up over 87% his accuracy on the season. I've seen him a few times in this match step forward and make a pass like that. Now it's more Texas looking with Endeli. Gerasimenkov one-on-one defending. Endeli will take him on. Endeli getting to the byline, but it just trickled over. Well, he had that little burst of pace beyond his marker. Just wanted an extra touch. Endeli is up among the team leaders with his 4 assists. You see him relishing the opportunity for the one-on-one. That last little touch, heavy enough to take it over the line. Sali applying the pressure. The referee not buying what he was selling. Claim of a touch to the face as Mate tried to shield him away. Gerasimenkov, lovely deke around the defender. Just that little head shake, and it leads Vancouver into an attack. Mehri shielded away by Corcha. From one attempt to draw a foul with a hand to the face on the other end of the field, we have one in the North Texas penalty area now. Corcha getting across to shield Mehri away. Tunisian will pick himself up, move back into position. As we close in on the hour mark here at Swangard Stadium, the shadows growing longer, time running out for Vancouver. Interception from Goldthorpe. Goldthorpe laying it on for Herdman! What a chance squandered by Vancouver. Right decision from Herdman to take it on the first time of asking. It was rolled into him beautifully by Goldthorpe after the interception. The look of the face for Jay Herdman says it all. In that position, he would expect to score, but they're ratcheting the pressure up. Interception from Mehri. He's into the area. Laid off for Herdman. Now Goldthorpe through traffic, but not all the way through. North Texas defensive block doing their job. As Vancouver are now causing consternation. Scott into the area. Carved out the chance for Sali as he skies it. Running onto the edge of the box. End-to-end action. That quick burst into the attack from the visitors after some sustained pressure from Vancouver. And it all sets up for an intriguing final half an hour. Game 3 of a 5-match homestand for Vancouver before they finish on the road for their final 2 games of the regular season. McKenzie able to wrestle it away from Ramirez. McKenzie holding it up well. Goldthorpe settle things for Vancouver. They did fight back for a 2-2 against LAFC. They took the lead twice and conceded late in that match. When I say fight back, I mean Ricardo Clark said his team showed great composure in such a whirlwind game to open up the homestands, able to at least claim the bonus point. That 4-0 defeat to Sporting last weekend. And now we're into the final half hour and they trail here. Still by just a single goal to North Texas. Difficult games remaining in this homestand as well. The Town and Tacoma, the next 2 on the schedule for Vancouver, before they hit the road for those final 2. And of course, those 2 teams, Tacoma and the Town, just ahead of the Whitecaps in the standings. Now then, 2 more changes. And they're the 2 players who were on the bench in MLS action for Vancouver last night.
Number 59,
Yvonne Badwal.
Third substitution for Whitecaps FC2, leaving the game, number 44,
On for Miles Morgan. And Nicolas Florio Chateau on as well. 3 changes now utilized by Vancouver after their halftime substitution with Elliot Goldthorpe. And there you see NFC, Nicolas Florio Chateau up top, on for his 2nd MLS appearance last night in the 0-0 at BC Place against FC Dallas. Badwal did not appear. Here he is on the ball, and here he is caught on the ball. Jovan Badwal. Ramirez robbing in of possession, darting towards the corner for North Texas. Slip from Scott. Almost a fortuitous slip. But in the end, it's a good recovery. Javan Singh Badwal lost possession. Dug in to win it back near his own corner flag. Again, he was unused. Florio Chateau in his second appearance did play 27 minutes off the bench. By far his lengthiest spell of MLS action. Can he add some dynamism in the attack for Vancouver here in this second half? 8 goals this season for Florio Chateau. And he's tied for the club record in MLS Next Pro. Simmons trying to walk the tightrope. Slide tackle well timed according to the referee. Pumped towards Goldthorpe. Too long for him to chase it down in the corner. And it will be a goal kick for North Texas SC. Win does lift them back into first place in the Western Conference standings. I was asking the North Texas manager, Michel Garbini, just how difficult it is having clinched the playoffs last week with 5 games to go. Try and keep that momentum going, try and keep the players' motivation the same. McKenzie trying to duck in between a double team. And scrambled clear by North Texas. Michel said it might be a little natural for players to take their foot off the gas pedal. But he said it was his job and his staff's job as coaches not to allow that. He said they want to play the way they've been playing, which is minimizing mistakes and finding a way to win. Doing that at the moment. He also highlighted the fact that Vancouver will be fighting for their playoff lives, and he felt that they need to fight even more than Vancouver. He was expecting a bounce-back performance from the Whitecaps, but didn't want it to be against his side here this afternoon. Andeli handing it off to Scott. Scott. A poke of the outside of the boot. Intercepted by Simmons. Now Herdman, a little room to operate, not much in the way of support in front of him. He'll slow things down for reinforcements to supplement this Vancouver attack. Carrying it forward, Mate. Goldthorpe. Trying to direct the traffic as he cut infield. It's back again with Mate. Schoberg. Semenkov was offside. Won't please Ricardo Clark. Would have been able to see down the entire line there, Gary Semenkov. That pass floated over the top. Right. Mr. Schoberg. Mixed bag remaining for North Texas SC. Their final 4 games after today. Wonderful take from Andeli, killing it dead on the first time of asking. Couldn't make anything of it though. Again, it's Simmons in the way. Simmons spinning away from Andeli's challenge. McKenzie. Florio Chateau. Holding it up. McKenzie in behind for Herdman. 1-on-1. Herdman! Superb defending, Nolan Norris. And he wins the throw. See what it means to the 19-year-olds at the heart of North Texas's back line here this evening. Herdman trying to cut inside, and such an impressive and important tackle there from Nolan Norris. Said he was at the heart, but here in the second half, it appears he's just shifted to the left of that back three with Korcha now in the center. Bit of a wrinkle from Michel Garbini and the visitors. They're set up in this second half. Goldthorpe's cross well over the head of Herdman. Korcha. Norris. Hopeful, searching ball over the top. Schuberg took a couple of opportunities, but was able to get there ahead of Scott. Gary Semenkov brought down. And a free kick for Vancouver, which will allow for the first substitutions made by the visitors. End of the day for Anthony Ramirez, who is one of the players booked. He is replaced by Nick Mendonca.
Second substitution,
Pedrinho.
Texas SC leading the game, number 41.
On for the goal scorer, Tyrek Scott.
End of the game, number 10, Pedro
In the 11th minute. His 9th goal of the campaign, which broke a tie atop the team lead with the man that just replaced him, Pedrinho. And he was also on a yellow card. He and Ramirez booked 3 minutes apart in the early stages of this second half. And just a hint of Michel Garbini not wanting to see a second yellow card with that double change. Pedrinho. Good start in the last match against Colorado a week ago. And Donka used to coming off the bench. It's his 20th appearance of the season. 14 of those now coming as a substitute. We're into the final 20 minutes of normal time here at Swangard Stadium. The crowd trying to compel Vancouver back into the match. Up, back, and through has North Texas surging into the attack. Sully beaten to it by Schuberg, who read the situation for Vancouver. Herdman, stronger than Norris that time round. Simmons keeping it going for Gary Semenkov. He's looking towards McKenzie. Back again for Gary Semenkov. Quick feet from Simmons. Fouled by Malik Henry Scott. Frustrated look on the face of Henry Scott. He's had a few fouls, and they've all been of that nature, just a slight contact, enough to draw the whistle. Linder. Mate. Goldthorpe. Confidence from Emmanuel Mate. And a switch now for McKenzie. Schuberg back with Linder. He'll carry it into the attack. Linder feeding it through. McKenzie, will he get there first? He does. He's got two defenders draped over him, McKenzie. Looked as though he was trying to manufacture a corner, but his back heel avoided by Humphrey. And it'll be a goal kick to North Texas SC. Again, they were momentarily leapfrogged into first by St. Louis. Those two look to be the only two with a real opportunity at the top seed in the West. LAFC did pull off a come-from-behind victory earlier on tonight. Victory over Sporting KC2 helping Vancouver a bit. Right now, the impetus given to Portland as they're on the road at Tacoma. Huge matchup later on tonight. Portland just 4 points behind Vancouver as the first team missing out on the playoffs as it stands. Miscontrol into the feet of Goldthorpe, cutting on to his left. Goldthorpe! Oh! Flashing it wide, just inches beyond the far post. He has been bright since he came on at halftime. Faking towards the end line. Abdul Zane was fooled by that shift to the right and then back inside. The goalkeeper was absolutely frozen. Now Pedrinho. Still Pedrinho. Back for Zane. Sali. Into Pedrinho. Close control, Pedrinho. Sliding block is still with Pedrinho. Mate gets it clear for Vancouver. Norris couldn't pick out Mendonca. Crowd urging Vancouver forward in quicker fashion. Mackenzie. And it's smash! Gerasimenkov. Fine save by Kolodi with his left hand. Somewhat from nothing, Gerasimenkov did well to win possession in front of Humphrey and quickly unleashed a powerful effort. Good reaction from Michael Kolodi. Busy in the first half, not quite as busy in the second. And that's a fine stop. Trouble here. Vancouver pressing well. Florio Chateau! Kolodi there once more. They're playing with fire at the moment, North Texas SC. Not for the first time over the course of these 75 minutes, Vancouver pinching it high up the pitch. They just haven't been able to work it into an effort that could beat Michael Kolodi. Final quarter of an hour, Vancouver threatening. North Texas holding on to the clean sheet, and as it stands, all 3 points. We're back top of the table in the Western Conference. Mendonca just there ahead of Simmons. Chases on between Gerasimenkov and Endeli. As Endeli helps to earn a throw high up the pitch, North Texas will go to the bench once more.
Leaving the game, number 99, Enes Salih. And the game, number 14, Daniel Baron.
Out checks Enes Sali. Difference maker in the first half as he had the assist on the goal for Tyreek Scott. Third assist of the year for Sali. He is replaced by Daniel Barron. Third substitution utilized by Michel Garbini. Norris. Full head of the newcomer, Barron. Eight days shy of his 18th birthday. Daniel Barron is on for his 10th substitution appearance this year, along with 2 starts. On to try and hold on for North Texas SC. They look to get revenge from the first match of the year, the 0-0 at Choctaw Stadium that Vancouver were able to turn into a bonus point in kicks from the mark. Vancouver have, as you'd expect, seen most of their success this season so far at home. 6 wins, just 3 losses, and 2 ties in the 11 home matches coming into today. Scored 26 of their 40 goals in those 11 home matches as well. Borcha. Offside flag quickly raised. A long day for Henry Scott. Another rueful look to the heavens. We move into the final 10. Bodwell, Goldthorpe, Mate. There's room to turn for Simmons. Use the space and just keep it ticking over. Linder will step forward. Gerasimenkov, McKenzie. Patience in the buildup from Whitecaps too. Gerasimenkov denied by Endeli. Throw in to come for the home side. McKenzie, Simmons, disguised his pass for Florio Chateau. It takes a ricochet. Herdman on the spin. And it's a tame effort, easily saved by Collodi. Game going on at the moment that certainly will interest Vancouver fans. It's 2-2, Houston and Ventura County, right around the same moments in that match. An opportunity for Houston to gain some grounds on Vancouver. Dynamo Dos down in 8th, the final playoff spot. They and Portland 4 points behind Vancouver heading into today's action. As mentioned, Portland's with that match away to Tacoma later on tonight. Eyes up from Gerasimenkov. He couldn't pick the pass. It will, however, be another corner. Opportunity now for Elliot Goldthorpe. Seen throughout the match, comfortable using both feet. Appears it'll be an in-swinger off his right. Goldthorpe, 2 hands in the sky. Goldthorpe whipping it onto the goalkeeper. One fist onto the ball from Lodi, and that's enough to get it clear for a throw. And the crowd at his near post did well. Punched that clear. Vancouver having to reset along the back line now with Simmons. Schubert. Illich getting ready to check in off the bench for the home side. Florio Chateau turns away from one. Splits defenders into the area. His deflected cross arrives at the feet of Diego Garcia. Zane, Mendonca. And this will do for Dallas, for North Texas. As they look to kill off the 1-0 advantage. Mourinho held Gerasimenkov right in front of the referee.
Substitution for Whitecaps FC2. Leaving the game, number 97, Liam McKenzie.
And that will allow for their 4th change of the match. Darko Illich on to replace Liam McKenzie. Illich did start in their loss against Sporting Kansas City 2 last time out. McKenzie might look back at that moment in the first minute of the match. Cross on him in a hurry. Just couldn't quite react in time to get a telling touch beyond Kolodi. Denied about 2 yards out. Could have been the perfect start for Vancouver. Would have been the first goal for Liam McKenzie as well. Mendeley. As he had a step on Gerasimenkov, that's been an intriguing battle, especially in this second half. Gerasimenkov recovers. It's out for a throw, but we're into the final 5 minutes of normal time. A walking pace for North Texas as they won't be in a hurry to get the ball back in play. Both teams are missing players through call-ups. Some key contributors missing out for each team here this afternoon into the evening. Cyprian Cachuele away on AFCON duty with Tanzania, qualifying for AFCON beginning over this international break. They drew 0-0 against Ethiopia on Wednesday and traveled to Guinea on Tuesday. He's missing for Vancouver. North Texas without Nico Gordon. And their main starters called up to the Montserrat national team. Started both matches in the CONCACAF Nations League. They were defeated by El Salvador earlier on in the week and earlier tonight by St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And Leonardo Rejarena, not quite as key a contributor for North Texas, but missing out, called into the United States U18 camp. Hands from Rico Clark to try and get it quickly back in. North Texas were up to the challenge, retreating defensively. Badwell. Mate. The triangle is on. This pass from Simmons a bit off the mark, but Badwell does well. Now Simmons. Good idea. Florio Chateau was off. goalkeeper
Fourth
was
substitution for
out to gather regardless.
Leaving the game, number 15, Diego
This
Garcia.
will lead to the final substitutions of the match for
And in the game,
the
number
visitors.
34, Alejandro Ursula.
Alejandro Urzua on to replace Diego Garcia in midfield,
Number 4,
and
Turner
Mads
Humphrey.
Westergrain
And in the game, number 6, Mads Westergrain.
on to replace Turner Humphrey. Westergrain did start last week against Colorado. The 18-year-olds. Ursua into the fray as well. Just the 8th appearance of the season for Alejandro Ursua. Late run out on the road in Burnaby as North Texas look to hold on to this 1-goal advantage, the most slender of leads that they've held since the 11th minute. Goldthorpe trying to barrel through. Florio Chateau eased off it by Westergrain. Been 3 games since they picked up a clean sheet, North Texas. A 2-0 win on August the 10th at home against Sporting. Clean sheets will be enough to get a victory as we head into the 90th. And Vancouver changed that. Lung-bursting run from Ilic, and he draws a corner kick in the final few seconds of normal time. Goldthorpe trotting over to the near side. Everybody coming forward for Vancouver, it appears. One, two, three, four, five, 6 in white and blue. Inside the area, a couple hanging just out. So we're being told there will be a minimum of 3 additional minutes. The stoppage time at the end of the 90, and we move into stoppage time now. Referee wanting a word with Gerasimenkov and Mendonca. Beautiful scenery around Swangard Stadium, the sun setting in the trees. Is it setting on the match for Whitecaps as well? Goldthorpe in with his left. Back heel Florio Chateau couldn't get it through. Simmons, last man back. Hoofs it forward. Schubert can flick it on with the header. Over the shoulder, Westergrain hacks it clear for North Texas. Wonderful control there from Barron. And that'll allow them to kill a few more seconds off the stoppage time clock. Ambling towards the corner flag, Endeli. Here's Semenkov. Well, that was clever from Endeli. In the end, though, Gerasimenkov and Badwal just able to wrestle it back. Just over 90 seconds remain for Vancouver to find a late equalizer and send it through to a penalty kick shootout. Simmons, chalk on his boots, and he earns the throw. North Texas continue their road trip Wednesday away to Ventura County. Two out of their final 3 games will be at home as they look to secure the top overall seed in the West. Perfectly timed that challenge by Korcha. Florio Chateau picks himself up. He's looking into the area for anyone available for a cross. Goldthorpe now. Goldthorpe swings it in on the corner. Away by Korcha. Simmons holding it in the attacking half. He gets it back from Schubert. Linder Down the line, Gerasimenkov. Miss hit from Goldthorpe. But he does well to block the attempt at the out ball. And that may just lead to one final chance. Goldthorpe off the mark. Tried to find the run of Badwalt. Lodi there. As he's eating those final few seconds off stoppage time. North Texas on the precipice of the victory. And indeed, they hold on. North Texas SC, an 11th minute goal, enough for all 3 points. And that is enough for the man of the match presented by Adidas as well. It's Tyrek Scott with the game-winning goal in the 11th minute. Pressure from North Texas forcing the mistake before he hammered it home off the pass of Ines Sali. Tonight's man of the match is Tyrek Scott of North Texas SC and is presented by Adidas. They move back to the top of the Western Conference. The slide continues for Vancouver as they need to hold on to those playoff positions in the home stretch. North Texas with the win on the road in Burnaby here today. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Carter Augustine. Thanks for watching. Once again, our final score, Whitecaps FC 2-0, North Texas SC 1. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.